All right, and let me go to Facebook. One second. Okay, we're almost there. All right, so we live on Facebook. We live on Facebook. Let me go to my page and change the settings to public. All right, everybody tune in, tune in. I'm so excited about this interview. I am so excited. One second. And I gotta mute my phone. Let's see. All right, so we live. I see y'all on Facebook, and I'm going to go edit audience, public. All right, so you guys could go to my page and you guys could share it. Okay. All right, right. 1 second. Let me go to, I like looking at it via Zoom. All right. Let's see. Did you find it on my page?
Yeah.
Okay. We on? You see it? All right. Okay. So I got the closest thing, actually the best thing. It ain't Rihanna and ASAP. It ain't Beyonce and Jay. They better. They better than that. Yes. You know why they better? Because they're my sister and brother. Yeah. Rihanna, ASAP, and they and Jay, they ain't got nothing on my brother and sister right here. All right. Look at she acting all shy. She knows it. She knows. Even though she's Beyonce's color, that light.
Don't do me. Don't do me, Elisa. That's the lighting.
All right, y'all. All right. Now she goes by so many names. La La. I call her Cree. You know, I don't. Y'all call her whatever she want. What was the? I should say Miss Is, but I was saying it right. MSI. What was it?
So my last name was King, so it's just Mrs. King.
But you had the MSIS.
Yes.
Yes.
The is part was important.
And I love Dionte. I love the way she said my last name was King. All right. We got the Youngs, y'all. We got the Youngs in the building, okay? So, y'all ready? I can't wait to ask these questions.
Come on, girl.
So, all right, Cree. So, what was it like? What were you like from junior high, from elementary to junior high?
Probably weird and nerdy. Into music and art and poetry and rap and dance. What I was like.
All right, sir. What about you?
I was highly into sports, love music.
In elementary to junior high?
In elementary too, yeah.
What? Yeah. What kind of sports did you play?
Basketball mainly.
Oh.
A little football.
Really? Wow. Now what about high school, y'all?
Still a church girl, more heavily into music and entertainment. That probably was my crutch in high school for sure. So was entertainment.
So what did you do in the entertainment field?
So I definitely was one of the what do my kids call it? I was like a stage kid or drama camp or whatever they want to call it. So I did all the drama classes, all the choir classes, all the acting I could possibly do.
Wait a minute, hold on. You play drums?
No, drama.
Oh, drama. Okay, I thought you said drums. Okay.
Yeah. So like even now, my family still celebrates me. I have about 12 trophies in the field of spoken word and speeches and oratorical. So I did a lot of public speaking in high school too. It still was a form of performance for me.
Dion?
Um, high school, some more sports. As before I started getting into, drugs.
Get into trouble. Is that what you? Why you say it so low?
Yeah.
Those years and
Let me turn my volume up. My brother wants to talk low. I gotta turn my volume up. All right. So now, how did y'all two meet?
At work.
I know, see, back in the day, I know when y'all met, there was no sliding into the DMs or anything like that. So how did it?
Yeah, no, he did that old school. Followed. We worked at the same job, and he followed me to my car.
Where did y'all work at?
We worked at a old call center. Yeah, back in the day. Out here.
Or AT&T.
Yeah, nice, cute little job. And I was like a team lead. I thought I was just hot shit. Sorry, hot stuff. And he followed me to my car and got in my car, and that they never got out.
Wait, hold on. He got into your car?
Followed me to my car, got in my car, and never got
How
out.
did he get in the car? See,
But you let me.
He was cute.
oh,
So actually, what happened was I seen her. I was with my boys. I seen her. She was with her girls. And I was like, hey, can I get a ride? She was like, come on. But she kept walking. I followed. She got in. I got in too.
okay.
That's about it.
And where'd y'all go?
No, I had my own car.
Oh, yeah.
It was just,
We just flirted and.
Oh, that was your line. You had your own car, but she. Oh.
Yeah, I had my own car. I didn't need a ride.
So did you wait a minute? So did you? Okay, I missed a part of service. So did you drive off with them?
No, we met like the next day. Later.
I was later
I
that
feel
day.
like later that day. I think we made a plan to meet at Denny's.
Yeah.
Later that day.
So he got in your car. Okay. All right.
He got,
I got in,
messing with all my stuff.
Y'all look at Facebook. I feel like they ain't telling us the whole story. Anyhow.
No, that is what it. He followed me to my car. I got in my car, messed with all my stuff like he was home. We linked up later on, and we have literally been together. Man, ever since. That was about it.
Oh my God. So Dion, what attracted you to
Everything. I love everything about her. And the crazy
my
part
God.
about it is I've never seen her there before.
Yeah.
And we worked there for never seen her.
I ain't never seen him before at the job either until that night.
And what attracted him to you? I mean, you to him.
Okay, so hear me
Oh,
out.
she got a smile on her face. It's gonna be good.
I didn't even know who said it. I didn't know who said they needed a ride to my car at first. You feel me? I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
I thought it was funny. Somebody was joking, and I turned around. You feel me? But when I turned around,
Dion, do you hear her? Her voice just changed.
yeah, get in the war.
Oh,
Get in the war, sir.
oh wow. And that was how many years ago?
22, 23.
Oh my God. So that was, oh my God.
Huh? Our oldest is going to be 23. Yeah. So if you do the math,
it's more like 24.
Yes.
So you say 24 years, y'all?
Forever.
Wow. Man, wait a minute. When's 25 hitting?
24th.
Wow. Yeah, man, 25 years, man. Okay, so
that's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Watch each other turn gray. It's not that bad.
Well, you know what? I love it. I love seeing y'all together, I've been mad at Dion a few times.
I'm always
yeah, you made my sis mad. I deleted my Facebook and everything.
Did you add him back?
Yeah, I had him back. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, when he got yeah, I just got him back, but now that I know he got the act right, he's meant to act right. Yeah. And the way, and honestly, now he's my favorite because the way that he hugged me when he saw me at the thing, he really missed me. He really,
And
that was a really missed hug.
tantrum fool you. He always been the favorite.
But yeah, I think, but he's over you. You know, you used to be my favorite. Now he kind of like my more than you.
Oh, see? Oh, man.
Wait, you didn't hug me like that when you saw me. He did.
Wait a minute.
That's it.
Why you do that to everybody?
It be like
It
that.
be like that. He
He
do that
missed
to
his sister.
everybody.
He missed his sister.
I gotta.
All right. So, Dion, how did you get into the bike clubs? And which club did you join first? Which club are you in?
Oh man, that's kind of a long story, but long story short, um, I'm a rough rider. Been so for 10 years. This will be my 11th year.
Mm.
Um, her uncle actually got me into the bike
Oh, really?
scene. Yeah, her brother. Or, um, yeah.
That I like Richard.
Yeah. So what interests you though into, doing that, and why did you choose the Rough Riders?
I'm just a brotherhood. I had options.
Mm-hmm.
I had clubs that wanted me to join. I didn't even have to prospect if I wanted to hop on. Wanted to, well, I thought I would join her uncle's club, but that club was a little bit older.
Mm. Okay.
So I tapped into a couple of my younger folks, and one in particular, he was a rough rider. He had joined. So he pretty much invited me to come check him out.
Okay.
Uh, one of the times, I went to one of the meetings at Hooters.
Mm-hmm.
This is during the time, and I'm sure you remember when she was in a convalescent hospital with leg issues.
Yeah.
So, we'll cook dinner, a couple of times out the week at
Mm-hmm.
home, and then I'll take the kids to have dinner with moms. So this particular time, we went to Hooters so I could check out the bike club. The kids was with me, let them know what was going on. After the meeting, I hopped in the car, me and the kids, to head to the hospital,
Yeah.
and they hopped on their bikes and followed me to the
Mm-hmm.
hospital. So, long story short, we ended up at the hospital with Cree until what? 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
It was so it was so
Talking
nice.
and eating, and
Yeah, just
so the next day.
you remember those days? It was crazy in there.
Yeah, so the next day, I wake up to a long phone call. So I didn't answer it. A couple minutes later, I get another call. It was somebody from like Texas. Oh, I'm such and such from the Rough Riders. I heard you and the family was going through some stuff. Wanted to reach out and tell you, we got you, whatever you need, you know, reach out. So long story short, out that day, I must have got at least 60 phone calls and messages.
Wow.
That long number ended up calling me back, and it was a number from like Germany. So it was one of my club sisters out there. Same spiel. Hey, this your club sister. We got you. You need anything, let us know. So, that left a big impression on me. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was easy.
I
And
love.
it's still been like family.
Yeah, we could go
And
anywhere.
so many times they've been there and came to our rescue, strangers, right? But that brotherhood has
Yeah.
definitely been there.
That's awesome. Our little short friend used to be a Rough Rider too. Our little short friend, Mr. Hit 'em hard now.
Oh,
Oh,
Gino?
no,
JB.
Oh,
JB.
Jimmy, oh, yeah, Jimmy.
you should have said our best friend. You should have said I
No,
would
I never forget that time where, remember, he had that Hummer, and I was like, "How's he gonna get up in that Hummer?" And you said he gonna run and jump. That's what you
have.
said.
You ain't supposed to. Alita, you don't know that.
Yeah, me and Michael just talking about JB.
Oh my God, that was funny.
I know exactly
Oh my man, there's nobody I know hug harder than me than him, and I hate it.
That's love, though. That's love. You ain't gonna get that from nobody else. And that's just true. But just you better appreciate it. We gonna miss them.
Yeah, yeah,
We don't get them. I need that hug every time. Run it. Crack
man.
my back.
Who did he? One time we was at a video shoot or something, and I forgot. Oh, it was some. It was a video. Some whoever was shooting a video, and JB when he shook his hand, and I think he shook it so hard or gave it a hug. He did something scared the hell out of.
Man, I'm telling you, this dude.
But he does that stuff on purpose to get people's reaction. I know JB.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
that was gorilla hugs. I get bear hugs, he get gorilla hugs.
I know. I was like,
that's
whoo,
good
let me
people
breathe.
though. That's good people though. That's
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I mean.
Yeah,
yeah.
bro.
One thing I can say,
What's
JB.
up, JB?
What's up, Jay?
Yeah, yeah. Now he's doing the fitness training and stuff and everything, but I still won't. I won't let him. He'll probably work me to death. I wouldn't. No, I'm not going. So.
Just talking about getting him to do some security here.
Oh, okay. Is he still doing security?
I don't know.
Yeah. So
Mm-mm.
no telling. No, he's a jack of all trades, like us and stuff. So, Cree, how did you get into like you was rapping?
Yeah, a little bit.
And it's
Right.
funny. I ran across an old email with one of your songs. I gotta see if it's still on there. Yeah, yeah. I should
Yeah.
put it out.
Listen. A side quest, very fun. Loved it. Was kind of cool at it.
This is
He's
one of
still
the Sacramento Queens.
Yeah, it was no, I've always like I said, that's kind of been my path. Um whether it was in church, right? At the front, or whether it was like writing for something, just entertainment has just kind of always been in there. Um After I got sick, and all that time and did all that stuff, that's actually really when I was just like, let me just go for it and have fun. One of my best friends, Spittles, actually put me on the stage for the first time for we were doing like a kids a fundraiser or something. Yeah, even before that, yeah, and then from there it just kind of like took off in our local scene. I was able to develop some dope relationships with the local artists and promoters out here. Shout out to y'all for supporting your local talent and giving us platforms and helping us develop. That's really dope. Definitely have performed at some of the places out here and with some of our good friends. And then that relationship led me to work with you.
yeah.
Alita, and then we did our marketing and promotion and built relationships, and did some artist development, and we built EPKs for some people that still use them to this day. And just really just delved into supporting the local artists out here.
I really
So
have to give
that's
you your flowers because you really built, like, I kind of named it and stuff, but you really took it to the next level and you were just so good with, PR basically, with the EPKs and stuff. You did amazingly, and stuff.
thank you,
So
thank
I
you.
I have to give you, I can't take the credit. I have to give you your flowers when it comes to that. And
Thank you. No, man, we were a team.
oh yeah, we were a big
You
team.
did tee him up for me. I knock him
Yeah.
out. You know me. Arista would come in, smooth it
Yes.
out.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. No.
Team. So Alita actually booked me with Mike Mosley for to interview him to get his answers for a magazine that had requested him, and I tried to chase him down. I had to chase him down.
Still got to chase Mike down. My God.
Chase him down, to get that interview. Because the man is busy. Man, if you know
So
anything
busy.
about
Always
some Mike
working.
Mosley, he always got something popping. You feel me? So, in building our relationships and everything, that was just kind of something that I understood. And then to me, my understanding, that's like a little family. I wanted to do a good job, and that just kind of is what helped cultivate the relationship and the workings I have with Mike. He took my experience that I've had in the entertainment industry and in television and film and in music, and that's just kind of how all that meshed together too.
Yeah, most definitely. And also you did a lot of stuff for Muggsy. Yeah.
Yes, Muggsy
And
called me
Muggsy was another. I think Mike and Muggsy. Whoo. Yeah, they, I think they ran. They boy, they had you working.
because they some working people.
Yes, and he's
You
asking. Actually, Delon's asking for another PR. He's asking who does PR. So,
know, man, I call me back, Muggsy. No,
so
we all, you know how we all do. Because I mean, we're busy in a good way. I really can appreciate that, for sure.
and I
It's
think
just a
with
good thing.
us, with us is we seen like people that especially like I could still call him Delon Muggsy, going from just the music to being a big fitness guru, having
Right.
fitness explosion, you know,
Mhm.
like Cat Biz. Look at like B, look what B Smooth. Now he doing big things in
Yep.
LA, I know Swift is over there, with you guys and stuff.
Right here
Um,
doing great.
Yeah.
yeah,
Really happy
Yeah.
to have him on the team.
Yeah. No, for sure. And that right there, because he was family too. He was family. And then when I met you, he was also in music. So he was extra family. And so now it's just like, man, we're ready to help all our friends and family in this space. Like, and he's dope. He's really dope for real. He
yeah.
really, really
And
is.
it's funny how we just all circle back around. We could not be together for years, but we're still family. We all just come, back around and stuff.
That's the goal. I'm assuming that's what we all really wanted to do in the first place, right? We all working hard in these spaces so that we can kind of reach back and grab our people,
Yeah,
to take them with us. So
most definitely.
it feels good that it's happening finally.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just, I mean, I just feel like I can't believe all these years have passed. Still feel young.
You are, girl.
I mean, I am young, but I mean, like back then, the same age, I feel like, man, where did all them years go and stuff?
You're
But
talking to the right people.
I know. I still got the young guys hitting on me and everything. I'm like, look, I'm old to be your mama.
You're a cougar. Come on.
I know I gotta stand. I gotta stand behind her to make sure ain't nobody looking at her.
But no, I no, they gotta have as
I
I
can
get
tell
older,
she's.
it
I
gotta
can
be
tell
more
you squat.
required. Gotta be more
She can tell you squat.
I can tell you squat.
required.
Squat.
So,
I can
sis, I want to talk about, tell us about your journey with MS. Like when you found out, you know, um, how
Yeah,
how
sure.
you handled it,
Yeah. And I've kind of told the story before, so I want to tell it just a little bit different because I want to tell it to encourage folks to really pay attention to their health. No matter how good they might be feeling or looking or whatever, no matter how young you are, your youth is not an excuse. Always pay attention to yourself, your body, your health, to take care of your gut, to take care of your mental health, all those things they align, and you do have to pay attention to all of them. I was having issues, musculoskeletal, meaning like you think you have arthritis or like weird joint aches and pains and
How
stuff.
old were you?
I was having them since I was about a freshman in high school. When I was a freshman in high school, I had an incident when I was playing basketball, and all my numbers were extremely off. And they ended up doing these weird tests on my bone marrow because they thought it was this and that, and they thought I might have had lupus and all of these all these inflammatory diseases is what they thought I had that early. But they didn't do a certain set of tests that finally gave us to the conclusion that it was multiple sclerosis. I didn't um, get that diagnosis until after I had all my kids and I was at work and I was just having these weird sensations and this weird failure of one side of my body. And when we went, my husband took me into the hospital. They did, the CT scans and the MRIs and a spinal tap. And all of those combined showed that I had lesions in my brain and in my spine. And so that combination of things, and it's actually changed since then. Way back then, that wasn't enough to diagnose me with MS. It actually was just a clinical isolated syndrome. At the time, I had to go through even more attacks in order for them to completely consider it to be multiple sclerosis, which basically affected how I was treated, right? instead of treating me for this, you're now treating me for that. It ended up working itself out, and now I don't even believe that they do that anymore. Um, if they find you and they find you with all these things, now they will diagnose you and start your treatment right away, which is great. It means a lot because with MS, it's unpredictable, because it is triggered off of a certain set of things that's going on with your body at any given time. It's very important to be able to stop that process so that you don't end up with debilitating things. You guys have seen me. I've lost my vision before. I've lost my ability to walk before. My speech has gone weird before. You've gone through some weird things, and we found that as soon as the attack starts, you need to be able to have access to treatment to keep it from progressing and then also to keep it from staying. So, there's kind of things we learned over time. I've had multiple attacks, I've had multiple lesions in my brain. Right now, it's complicated to explain, but I have about 10 to 20 lesions in my brain. And that just means that I have 10 to 20 lesions that are in certain spaces of development and healing and presence, right? That's basically what they're surmising. And then I have a couple in my spine. The spine typically doesn't get a lot. If your brain gets a lot, who knows why? And that's another thing. They don't know why we get MS, where it comes from. It could be from bacterial infection. It could be from fungal infection. It could be from a syndrome. It could be from environmental issues. They actually haven't pinpointed exactly what the one thing or combination of things are for one person to have, right? So we've gone through all those things. Some years back, I decided to take a chance on what y'all now see as a commercial. There's a commercial that goes around. I believe it's called. I'm not going to say what it's called because they don't pay me to tell you what it's called. But there's a commercial. There's a commercial goes around from a MS medication, and it just started coming around. Well, I started taking that years ago when it was still in testing. It still hadn't been fully all the way through. Matter of fact, I'm one of the first patients in South Sacramento to even start taking this particular medication for MS. It's a it's a cancer medication or a medication within the cancer treatment field, but it also works with MS. And so I started taking that, and actually my MS has been manageable. I
It's been crazy.
the lesions may be there, but I've been able to live my life. My quality of life has greatly improved. Of course, I still have to take care of diet and stress and rest. All those things matter no matter what. No matter if you are healthy, extremely healthy, or ill, that matters no matter what, right? So those things in combination with the treatment that I take now, I'm able to have a manageable life. Matter of fact, some of y'all still can't keep up with me. Keep it real.
Yeah, it's true. I still remember going to the hospital and them touching the bottom of your foot real lightly and you was in pain.
Yeah.
I still remember that. And I remember seeing you on the walker, you know, it just shows, we're all believers, you know, you have so much faith in God. You know what I mean? You always have. And that's one thing, yeah, is just I always say delayed but not denied. You know what I mean? When we go through trials, life is not going to be easy, but we go through trials and you're such a testimony to everyone. You're a testimony to people who have MS. You're a testimony to, so many people that think they're never going to walk again, and stuff like that. So I'm not
And
going
there's
to,
a goal to my testimony. There, like that whole entire time, because I sometimes I'm like super quiet, and then out of the blue, you just know I'm gonna be like, glory to God, because what is this for, right? Like, what is this faith for? What am I showing you all this for? And then when I sat there in that bed, there were so many times where I just had that conversation with God, letting God know that you take me there, not even in a bargaining way, right? But I know you're gonna take me there, and when I get there, I'm gonna let them know how I got there.
right,
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's always been my stance. Like big bad bro, y'all gonna know how I got here though.
yeah,
You don't know how my faith, how my practice, how my belief. you're gonna know how as high as I get is as high as how you're gonna know how God changed my life.
Oh yeah, most yeah, and I'm a witness. Me and Dion is a witness to it. But yeah, so that was it was good to hear you, talk, about that, your journey, because I know it's gonna, help someone out there who may have MS. If you guys don't, anybody has MS, have them look at this and hear her story so they could be encouraged.
Yeah,
Now,
there's a lot. When she first got diagnosed, we were like, heck is MS? Actually, in the emergency room, the doctor came out while they was doing the test and was like, well, it could be cancer or MS. So we was like, man, please don't let it be cancer because I had just lost an auntie who went from healthy to not here in like 6 to 8 months. And she turned around and had an auntie, same situation.
Right.
So the doctor was like, well, cancer will probably be a better thing to have because, with cancer, you have a chance to beat it. Versus, MS, which is progressive and there's no cure for it. So,
Right.
with the medicine she's taking now, man, it's a game changer. Very painful.
oh, wow, see, I mean, and you saw it on TV. That's how you ran across that medicine, right?
No,
Oh,
no, I'm saying that I've been taking it since before it got to
it was on
TV
TV.
and the commercial and everything. And I started taking it maybe about 3 years, 3, 4 years before it got to being a commercial. But now it's a commercial and it works.
So my
Whoever
point,
knows what I'm talking about, the medicine works.
yeah. So my
So,
point that I meant to say was when she found out, we didn't know nobody with MS. People
No,
didn't
I
talk
didn't
about
either.
MS.
yeah.
I didn't like, but now I know tons of people with MS, and
Yeah.
now it's so known to where they're starting to have commercials about it. So
Mm,
that's a good thing too.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
there's options now.
Yeah,
yeah. So Dion, are you still doing the clothes, the screen? You still doing?
yeah. I do the custom
This
clothes and
actually,
Oh, see,
this
that's
yeah,
this
smart.
this
yeah,
and
Oh, I'm back there. Okay.
he actually did that.
yeah, all the apparel in the store and yeah.
Okay. So, are you like advertising that, or you just kind of don't want too much business? Because I know you're busy with the store.
Um,
Man.
I'm like, yeah, a little bit of both.
Money talks.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Well, how about this? One of the owners of the company actually does printing. You guys
Shit.
should come in and you might be able to talk to him
Yeah,
about
come
a
on.
print shop.
Come on,
Come on
Latoya.
in
Come on.
We're
and
gonna get to
We can talk to you about this
we can
and
talk to you about this and that.
that. Right. Right. Uh, Now, okay, we already talked about Mike and Nick. Now, how did you guys come across open up a dispensary? Now, I know it was a long journey, getting the approval and stuff for like what, 2 years, right?
Four. It's been
Oh,
four
oh,
years.
4 years.
It's been 4 years,
You
and
talking about Lord give you patience. Whew.
we started the journey 6 years ago altogether. It's been 4 years for the dispensary. Um, just we just jumped in on the opportunity in 2019. Was the orientation, right? Into the entire process of the Cannabis Opportunity Reinvestment and Equity Program, which is basically an opportunity to help the disenfranchised and underserved and those who were unfairly and unjustly criminalized and negatively impacted by the war on drugs, right? Basically saying that uh, there were certain communities that were negatively impacted by the drug that is now $1 billion company. And there is no equity in making sure that they too can benefit from what they actually went to jail for, and et cetera, et cetera. And many of us are from those communities. Many of us are from those families that were negatively impacted by the war on drugs and how cannabis, how we were unfairly targeted. and also disproportionately criminalized for these same crimes. We went through these programs. I went through the Greater Sacramento Urban League Side Green Equity Program, Business Resource Center. The entire program was put on by the city of Sacramento. Graduated, and then this opportunity came through. The opportunity was a lottery opportunity. There were 30 dispensaries that existed. None of them were. So they gave us an opportunity, not one. So they gave us an opportunity to open 10 to start the process towards equity. There were over 300 and something graduates, like core graduates at the time between the two agencies that were administering the program. There were over 110 applicants, 122. I thought it was like 112, so I was going to be safe and say about 110 applicants, and we got one of the top 10. Us, along with Maisha Bahati from Crystal Nugs. Shout out Crystal
Yes.
Nugs, who's the first Black woman owned dispensary out
It's
here, and also the first Black woman owned delivery company, if you really want to go that far. But shout out to Crystal Nugs, and ourselves are the only two Black women owned dispensaries in Sacramento.
Wow.
We went through a lot with the neighboring businesses. So we had to do a community outreach campaign in order to convince the city and the mayor to allow us to continue to open our business next to a neighboring rehab. Not only has the rehab not had any issues since the other cannabis businesses have been open, but we have been able to set a precedent for the cannabis community to kind of bust down some of the stigmas that are cast upon us from before. So we're able to re-educate. We stand in the scrutiny of it all, so that we can re-educate the community, so we can help rehabilitate the community, so we can help get necessary medicine to underserved communities who don't always have access to legal, safe resources. Right? That's kind of where we stand.
Our brother just jumped on the live talking about he want to get in, Toby.
Is that
What's
what?
Toby?
Tell me what you're talking about.
So you know what? He got to come up there. So where you guys located at?
7909 Roosevelt Road,
Right
right across
across
from Southside Kaiser.
right across from Southside Kaiser.
You can follow us at Zen South Sac everywhere: Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Zen South Sac. That's where you can come and find us. You guys already know where our sister is, off in Northgate.
Yes.
Now,
That's where you at, Northgate?
no, the Zen sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
Our Zen sister off in Northgate. Now we are in the South. So please.
So let me say this. They doing this the right way, y'all. They done went through all that, opened up a dispensary, and they got the kids working up in there.
got the kids, the
And my daughter
The
said
cousins,
cousins, my
the
first
best
cousin,
friend.
the best friend. Look, I just told my cousin that's my first cousin once removed. I got my first cousins once removed. My best friends since kindergarten, because they deserve it. They
shout
earn
out
it.
the names. Shout out their name.
No, for sure, for sure. Okay, so our baby boy Elijah and Iana are here.
Elijah trying to sell me those M&Ms.
You should have, man. I'm telling you, get the M&Ms. You will.
I might eat too many.
There will be peace. There will be peace, and you will have focus. Okay, legal, safe, regulated. Hear me out. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, then my first cousin Tanisha, shout out to you. And then Brianna, those are my first cousins. And then Lacidra, Elsie, shout out to you. That's my best friend since kindergarten. And these are educated, experienced folks up in here.
I think
Okay.
you forgot somebody.
Wait, did I?
The daughter?
No, that's Iana, Elijah
Oh,
and
yeah. Oh,
Iana.
did you say it? Okay. I was on
Hmm.
make sure. See, I have your back,
And
niece.
I was just telling her, I said, I think this is how the ancestors wanted it.
Mhm.
Hmm.
See, see.
This is how they wanted it. We are minority owned, operated, and staffed, right? So that means that our top people we're a minority of the top people, and my staff is a minority of the staff people. You will come in and you will see somebody that looks like you, so you can feel like you in a safe space, and they're knowledgeable. They're excellent. Oh, their vibe is amazing. Oh, I love the staff here. It's exactly what you, this is who you want to come buy your products from, right? They're knowledgeable and they care about you. They want to educate you on how you can just live a life of wellness, because that's what this is about, right? This is about all of us being able to obtain a quality of life that has wellness in it so
Hmm.
that we can function in the other areas of our life, so that we don't have to become dependent on other things, so that we don't become pushed to a situation of abuse, right?
And the
That's
thing
where
is,
we come in and educate.
you know what you're getting. You're not worrying about it being laced or anything. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Because this world is just so different now, you
It
know?
is. Yeah,
Um,
it can be.
you got to really watch, like if you're buying the stuff on the street, who you buying it from, and where they getting it from, because it's just it's just terrible what people, people are just cruel nowadays and just lacing stuff, not caring about people's lives and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's why the dispensaries are becoming so huge right now, because it's like a safe haven also, you know.
Highly regulated, tested, so you know what you're getting.
And
It
this
gets
ain't your back in the day Bama, right? That's not what we're dealing with. We're beyond the times of just smoking weed. Cannabis actually can be broken down in so many beneficial elements that can directly help a person with a specific thing. We're not just doing blanket Bama weed anymore, right? We're actually able to help a person with their appetite, with their nerves,
for sleep.
uh, with their sleep, right? We're actually
No
able
sleep.
to know and understand and give people different options. Like it's a different type of world and language that we're talking about right now. And that's like just one of the most important things about dispensaries is that we finally get an opportunity to do that. Keep in mind, you don't get that type of experience with alcohol, right? A person doesn't get that type of experience if they're buying cigarettes. There's not a conversation with the person that's selling you these things that's going to help you understand what you're putting in your body and how to maneuver around it, right? So we believe that we are going to be ahead of wellness and just that space where we can help people understand and transition out of certain vices and just become more about wellness options.
Yeah, yeah. It's come a long, long way, because you still got to get my chocolates though. You got to get those little like Reese's I mean, it's kind of like Reese's, but
Yeah.
oh my God, one time I ate Dion, I ate like three of them. I was so high. I was like, oh Lord, please, please, please. I won't
Yeah,
do it
we've been
again.
there. We've been there before.
I highly recommend
So
paying attention to the dosages, y'all.
No,
I
and
yeah,
work your way up.
listen, listen, it's only gonna do a lot, right? So hear me out. Yeah, you can do it if you want to. It's
that
gonna do a
chocolate was
lot.
so, but the chocolate was so good. That's why I'm afraid to get the M&M.
It'll be good.
It do be good. Don't do that,
I know. I
right?
learned. I
No,
learned. So
don't do that.
when I do it, I have one, and then I have me a glass of wine.
Wait a period, right? And then I'll also keep in mind, like, you don't want to waste your money with it. You gonna get what you need to get out of a certain good dosage. Don't overtake it. You gonna need that for later.
They
I
make it
know.
easy too. Like the drinks, they got the milligrams, so
Mm-hmm.
you
Oh
know.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You know.
You guys got the drinks too.
Yeah. Take 10, 20 milligrams
I poured in
and
my
wait
wine.
40, 45 minutes. See
Yeah,
how.
there's a lot of things you can do, include vegetable oil, coconut oil. There's so many different.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. This is not your back. This is not your back in the day. And get out the streets, y'all. Come get some
Come
good.
get some gummies.
Come get some gummies.
Some white
Kind of
sugar.
Some
Zen South Sac. That's
Zen
where you guys
South.
go. Valley High and Bruceville. Valley
Yeah.
High and Bruceville and stuff.
Give me some
But
fake
no,
nuts.
but it gives you good. I mean, I haven't took it in a while, but I used to sleep so good. Oh man. If you're having a long, I can't do it except on Fridays when I don't have to go to work and stuff the next day because
And
I
you know
want
what?
that good sleep. I want that good sleep to where I can
Right.
sleep.
Correct. And right now neuropathy is such an epidemic. It is a pain in so many people's butts.
Mm,
And we all can do some topicals for sure, right? Everybody can do some topicals to try to help your neuropathy. But yeah, sometimes you need like a really good night's sleep from your restless leg syndrome or your neuropathy in your feet.
yeah.
And we've gotten some pretty rave reviews off of some of our products. I'm not gonna say which ones, but some of our products to help people get a good night's sleep because the sleep gummies, the sleep chocolates, the pins, they are effective and a person can get some good sleep. By the time you wake up, it's worn off and you can move about your day actually not having that groggy feeling. So I mean, there's benefits and there's something a little bit of something for everybody. It's not for everybody, but there can be something that can be effective if a person's willing to, understand the products and see what's good for them.
What's our I hope I say her name right. I'm laughing. Jennifer, our friend Jennifer.
Jafani.
Jafani. Oh my God, called Jennifer. Girl, it's been too long, so you shouldn't need to call me. But she said it's hard to stop when it's good because you forget you.
No,
Yes,
stop. Don't waste your money.
me and her.
It's not gonna do nothing. Stop. Stop. Save it for later.
What you mean? It's
Say
gonna make
it.
you high.
Yeah, but I'm saying that you're gonna sleep through it and you're not gonna enjoy it. So you might as well just save it for later, y'all.
Oh my God.
Watch your dosages.
She gonna kill me for saying the day wrong. And Ebony Poe said need help sleeping. So
What's this?
Ebony, you know where to go.
What's
You
up,
gotta go to
sis?
Zen. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of
Hey, yo, that's
still
my
good
baby,
products.
sis.
And then Toby's asking any first time buyer specials. Like
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, man, honestly, we take care of everybody.
Yeah.
first time
Come through. We'll give you love.
and
Yeah, actually, it's pretty important. This shouldn't be something that breaks people's pockets, right? Especially if we are claiming to be a store that is about wellness and we care about a lot of our patients that come in, and a lot of our patients that come in are on fixed incomes. And so it doesn't make sense for us to try to oversell products when we're claiming to want to try to help the community get a very beneficial plan.
okay,
So
I have a
for
question.
me, yeah.
Toby has a son that's autistic, right? For kids and everything is, I mean, do you guys I mean, I know you really can't say if you recommend it, but let me ask this question. Do people come and get like stuff from your store for their kids with autistic? But he's like really young
I'm
too.
not. I'm not sure, and I don't know if I would be able to have or even like give the data. But what I will say is, for any parent that is interested in that, make sure you do your research. There are companies and brands out there who have specific experience with children, and there's a CBD brand called Aiden's Relief out there. She has an amazing story. And if anybody, and again, you just literally Google it, Aiden, Aiden, I believe it is. If not, I'll come back and I'll post exactly what it is. But she has an amazing backstory with her children in CBD. So it's not that
Is that what's her name?
Adiola.
Yeah, Adiola. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So and I mean she's so super encouraging with that. So what I will say is if that we of course can't say that or anything, but if there is somebody out there that has an interest or wants to know that, reach out. These parents and persons who have had experience would be more than happy to talk to you about like what that looks like, what that option is. You have to be at least 21 to come into our store to buy weed unless you're 18 with a medical card. So if you're 18 and 18, 19, 20 and you've gone to a medical professional and you've received your medical card, then 18 and up can come in. Other than that, it's just 21 and up. And we don't ask, we have conversations, because some customers will just talk to our bud tenders about things, but we keep their information private and we don't, talk about it or anything. So I wouldn't have that data for you guys. But that's what I would say is there definitely are people who have the experience and the background and the products. Also, you should reach out.
Okay, Toby, I'll hit her up and everything. Couple more things before I let y'all go. So what is the secret to a long lasting? What advice would you guys give couples for a long lasting relationship?
We're obsessed with each other. If y'all haven't figured that out yet, I'm so sorry. My bad. I don't know. I think we've been together for lifetimes, so I don't know if there was any way around me and Dion ever not being together. That just was going to happen. That's how we move. That's how we believe, and that's just how strong our love is. Um, we have similar goals, interests. Um, it's my dude.
Yeah, we argue, but we don't argue.
No,
That makes sense.
yeah,
Y'all had enough of that from back in the days.
Yeah,
yeah.
we had
I
more than
guess
enough.
so, cause
We had
it's
way more than
yeah, that ain't happening now.
Y'all got
Like
nothing left to argue about.
man, we some
enough.
old booty boots, man. I'm trying to tell
Yeah.
you,
No.
we can't nobody be mad around
Yeah.
us in this house or nothing or in this store. This is not happening.
Right, exactly. Wow. I just love seeing I just love seeing you two together. So how do you guys balance the work? What do you I know you have church, you have work, and I'm pretty sure you have so many other things in between. How do you guys balance and still have that couple time? Because y'all kids are pretty much grown. So it's about you two now, right?
I
So
mean,
how to spend time with each other.
it's kind of easy because we do everything together. For one, like we work together.
Yeah.
We play together.
Yeah.
Like we just always together, and
And it took us a while though. Like you gotta like cultivate this type of lifestyle, right? Like to be able to do that. We
You
know where
guys
our
ever go to the movies or any, just
yeah,
or
yeah,
just like
yeah.
how that
Yeah,
day,
we date. We date each other all the time.
that
We
day
we
together.
spend a lot of time doing each other's like favorite things, especially like favorite food, favorite shows. And we know our each other's limits, right? So like
Yeah.
we understand when the other person needs the other person around.
Mhm.
We can do certain things apart, but like we just are compatible and we know how we complement each other. So I mean, it's just an understanding of how we work and flow together. Like I believe every couple should have their own flow of what works for them and how they complete each other's thing. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter what the thing is, we complete it.
Yeah.
Like we already know, we already got the system, we already got the flow down. This is what it is. This is what we eating. This is how we moving. This is how we blinking. This is what we wearing. Like this is it's just. But we figured that out. We figured that out over time, and we respect and honor each other's desires, each other's space, each other's wants, each other's fussing. Right?
yeah. There's been a lot of live and learn.
How did he propose to you?
Which time? Okay.
The
Sorry.
the one that did it, the last time that did it.
I said the first one.
No, this time was better. Um, well,
Oh yeah,
both times is nice, but this time, we just went out to Vegas to Did you propose?
yeah. I mean, pretty much, yeah.
No, I didn't feel
Yeah.
like no.
Yeah.
He didn't propose.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
Ebony, my sister has.
No, he didn't propose. That's not what he did.
What
We
did
went out
he?
to we went out to Vegas and him and Ebony planned the entire wedding behind my back. Uh-huh. Pulled up on me. He pulled up on me in Vegas and was just like, yeah, so this where we at.
We
We
went for
here.
our anniversary.
We in Vegas.
We went for our anniversary.
Whole time. Planning
Ended
stuff.
up flying the kids out, getting married, what, 2 days
Yeah.
after?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
was,
fine.
it was
Yeah, I loved it. I'm always I'm like boss lady. always in control of
Ebony's laughing.
everything.
Ebony's cracking up. She got a
Yeah,
little.
whatever, because she knows. Like I always have to plan everything. I always have to make sure everybody's blah 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 blah. And my husband is timely challenged.
Yeah, yeah, my son is so.
When I tell y'all, this man has not listened. This he was on time, on point. He was on his job when we was in Vegas. Can I say that? I didn't have to do not a damn thing, y'all. I thought I wanted a big flashy wedding, blah 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 blah. I'm tired. I'm tired. And y'all annoying some of y'all. Yes, y'all are when it comes to planning. I'm tired. Y'all, I had a brilliant time in Las Vegas. Kicked my feet up. Got married to my husband with my kids out there. Ate what I wanted to eat. Lounged and came home a
As a
married
married
woman.
woman.
Called it a day.
And my
Went there as
sister,
Miss King,
man,
came
I
home as
didn't
Mrs.
get nothing. I was like, this is
yeah,
nice.
I couldn't have done it without my sister. My sister, man, she was dope. She helped so much.
Yeah,
What's my brother saying? What's he saying?
now, he was saying shout out to Ebony.
Oh,
Ebony,
okay. I
yeah,
thought he said he could have done something.
no, he said he couldn't have done it without his sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was nice. I need him to plan more vacations just like that. I did not do it.
See
Oh,
what you started
y'all.
now? See what you started?
Yeah,
Ooh,
see?
pick my feet up.
Now you got to do it. It's your turn.
I was like, oh my goodness, so much pressure just is gone.
It's your
No,
turn to plan the romantic.
no. See, you wasn't listening to me. You have to know who is good at what in a relationship. You have to know who is good at what in a relationship.
I
This was
told you who my
important.
favorite. I told you who my favorite is
You're
now.
so good at that.
The romantic part, man, I've always had that.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
planning, the trips,
That's me. Yeah. You just gotta understand. You know that. That is my version of that.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
what does the future hold for the Youngs? What do y'all have planned next? And any more stores opening?
man, a lot of stores opening. Uh,
Yeah, I'm tired.
we gotta expand. We gotta, make the enterprise bigger, the empire
No, yeah. In the meantime, we still were working on, our ancillary businesses or our non-cannabis businesses, of course, still too. We just pivoted, right? I'm gonna go back into movies, entertainment,
you
those
are
types of things.
like,
I have a lot of projects that are kind of just backed up, and I would like to go ahead and
yeah, I wish you guys would hurry up. Mike be telling me stuff, and then to be on,
yeah.
I'll be like, just like
So
the
I'm missing out of the equation. I'm going to jump back into the production team. Once things stabilize a little bit more here, and the printing shop. I'm sure Dion wants to get back to that because we've been taking up all his precious little time on these
bigger.
jobs.
We got a
But
car dealership.
I got to get some real estate shirts made from him. I got
yeah,
to.
yeah. Well, and hear me out. I don't think I have any business cards or anything for you.
Well, I just
Um,
sold the brokerages, so yeah. So I'll bring them
mm,
back because
mm,
now that I'm got my job and stuff. I started this week and everything. Actually in South Sac, so I'm not too far from the cannabis. I was just at the nail shop the other day off of Mac Road, and I was telling my nail lady, "Oh my
mhm.
sister just opened up a place over there." So
Yes,
um,
do.
Right around the
what
corner.
I was going to ask about 420. That was a good day for y'all. Y'all have Be Legit. I went the wrong day. I should have came that day, but I was tired after church.
No, it's okay because I went to church first too. Peace
Yeah,
out. No, and we will have other not just celebrities, but other highlighted persons and brands will come by the store, to commune with us
but that
and
day
do
was lit though, right? It was busy because
as it should be. We had just opened our doors officially on the first, so the 20th was actually like our grand opening. That was like our official day, and we were trending in the right direction.
yeah, man. So
Okay.
it's
And
all
then, we do something a little bit different because we're trying to build more of a community out here, right? So we invited our vendors out here, no fee. So if you are a vendor and you would like to vend at any of our future events, go to our website, fill out a vendor application, please. We would love to work with you guys and highlight brands, non-cannabis brands, cannabis brands, get in contact with us, equity brands, brands who haven't had the opportunity to really, get shelf space, contact us. That's one of our goals is to make sure that we provide platforms for folks who don't always have access to it. So please come stop by. And that
So
goes,
speaking of that, the TV, right? Don't you guys people can advertise or is it
yes,
full? Or
no,
okay.
no, it is not, and we do try to rotate to keep any one of us from monopolizing on the space. So Dion and some others on our marketing team, Mike on our marketing team, put together an advertising and marketing package. You can come in the store and look around at some of the spaces that we have available and some of the spaces that are in rotation and that they're available for anybody who wants to take advantage of advertising space. Hmm. And
Yes.
and this is something that we used to do with music, kind of like kind of like a scene, right? People would send us their music, and we could send it out to different retail stores to play, so they would kind of get some, spins and whatnot. We are trying to do the same thing in our space here, which is allow for the visibility that you'll get, the impressions that you'll get from our audience, so you can benefit from it with your projects. If you have a drop or a book or, an advertisement for your clothing store, clothing brand, you guys can come in and talk to us and our advertising team so we can try to see if we can work together.
Okay. You guys heard it. Any last words or anything? Once again, shout out the address, the Facebook website, whatever, you guys want to do.
Zen South Sac.
ZEN.
Into the garden. Into the Zen garden.
Into the garden I go to lose my mind and find my soul. We are the Zen of South Sac at 7909 Bruceville Road, Sacramento, California, 95823. ZenSouthSac.com, at Zen South Sac, wherever social media you want to get to, except for Facebook. Y'all know why. We stay away from Facebook. Come visit us. Mention, of course, if it's your first time, so we can make sure that you guys get those discounts. Mention that you guys saw us on this podcast, and we'll make sure that somebody takes care of you. Even more, come find your favorite bud tender here. That's what you will definitely do. We could not have gotten here without you. This was a community effort. This was community support. We are doing this for the community to both get us out of the hood and to rehabilitate the hood. So thank you guys for your support in that way.
And Ebony just dropped the address. Hey, Erica. Man, I just interviewed Erica Fields, and she gave an amazing story about, she's a broker, real estate broker, investor.
I see her. Yeah.
Yeah, she just, went through the cancer and everything, hearing about your MS, and stuff today and everything. You guys are just really encouraging everybody, who's going through stuff in life and how strong you guys are, and stuff. So,
Lord.
you know, um, Dion, do you want to say anything?
Want to say anything? Yeah, Alita, sis. First and foremost, man, loves to be back in your graces.
But you don't took the top spot from
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
crazy.
This one right here, man, there's nothing she can't do. Man, this is my superwoman. Man, the best mother of the art kid. Man, she's just amazing in all facets. And I truly appreciate you. Love what we built here.
now they got that look on their face. I think we better go. Think
Let's
we
go.
better go. So no, power couple, like I said, the y'all better than the Rihanna and the ASAS and the
Oh my
Bay.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'm the
Yeah,
same.
we
I,
trying. We trying. Thank
no,
you very much. Thank
you are there. I mean, I've been through God, when did we start? God, how many years of friendship is it? A long time.
It's a long time.
Long time. So I've been through all the motions and everything. I just seen you guys, and I was so happy to see, Dion get Mr. Act Right, and put that ring on the finger, and you guys just doing stuff together. That's the way it should be. I could
It's amazing.
I don't know why. I just see you guys doing a conference, like speaking, because you guys can really encourage. You can really encourage people about the MS, about couples, like especially when you have kids together. You guys always had that bond and everything, and
No, he was amazing. Whether it was like through us
mhm.
having to fight and battle, and the attention that took from me, right? Having to do those types of things. But grandma was also sick at the time, and we were her full time
Yeah.
caregivers. And so anybody who's ever been a caregiver knows that right there could break a couple. Right, because that takes your attention, your energy, your emotions away. He was amazing
Yes, yes,
through
I
all
remember.
of it. He had
Yeah,
my back 100% and some more in that space. And I just realized, like, man, I definitely was very fortunate to have somebody who could help balance me out, who had me in that gap, right? From me taking care of like both of these things. Like, you know, that's a couple, right? Like that's kind of what solidifies things, those up and downs. I mean, we people don't people, right? Like that's one thing. When it comes to these substantial things in our lives where we gotta hold each other down, like the loss of our grandma was heavy, yeah. And that's definitely something just that could strain, right? Anybody.
mhm.
And just as a man and a father, especially a black man and father, right? Because they don't always get the same type of attention about their feelings and emotions when it comes to certain things, right?
Fair.
So I commend him on how he was able to balance and manage that in that time frame for sure. It's definitely something that made our marriage stronger. Just knowing that in those times we don't have to choose those routes. We keep choosing each other every time.
Every time.
We don't have to be alone in those battles.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
We got
Wow.
each other. Yeah.
And grandma smiling down, man. You
Yeah,
guys have
she
her
showed because
business.
she said he was her favorite too.
Yeah,
What
that's
is
it.
wrong with y'all?
She
You
called
married.
me her husband.
Yeah, you
Oh,
married.
whatever. I don't understand. I don't
Zen
like it.
Garden, y'all. Zen Garden. The Youngs. The Youngs.
Now come see us.
Let's take care of you.
Come see us. I'll take
Ebony is
you in
with
love when she see you.
Abby. I don't know why she talking like that, girl.
What she said.
So, all right, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for taking the time. I know you guys had to close up the store a little bit, to jump on,
Yeah, man, we do. Actually,
but
um,
I appreciate it. We just got to work on you answering my text messages a little bit quicker. I might have to get, my favorite's phone number. Dionte, inbox me your number because I'm gonna start texting you.
100%, 100%. See how we know each other? 100%.
Yeah.
That's him. He's
Yeah,
good at it. All of it.
I'll text my favorite. All
All
right.
right, everybody. Sorry to
Love you
everybody.
guys.
All
Yeah.
right, bye.
And I'll probably be there this weekend.
Come on.
Sounds good. I'll be
All
there.
right. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Bye.